A motive for the cyber attacks on nuclear facilities could be to gather intelligence, but Jamie, the hackers could also have been planning for future intrusions.
Jeff, I do want to ask you, while the critical systems of many of these power plants are not connected to the internet, you did mention the hospitals and electrical grids that could be potential targets. What other parts of our infrastructure at this point look vulnerable, and what kind of damage can be done here?
Well, we know through our reporting that Russian hacking units in 2016 and really earlier, according to our sources, sent out a wave of malicious emails to government agencies, to private companies, to think tanks, and on down the line. And so there were several targets out there, but it is critical infrastructure that U.S. law enforcement and intelligence officials are really concerned about, given what they have seen happening in other countries. For example, like Ukraine, where power grids have been shut down. U.S. officials, DHS specifically, has learned lessons from Ukraine, and they have been wary of something like that happening here. And so there are many targets out there that U.S. officials are concerned about, and they are concerned about hardening those targets to prevent any type of attack.
Yeah, because an attack would just wreak havoc on much of the country. As we know, Jeff, President Trump did meet with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, on Friday, where the two ended up discussing a potential joint group to work on cybersecurity. Now, with government officials saying it's likely that a Russian hacking group was behind these attacks, what do you think will come of that?
Well, that's a good question. We don't have a lot of details on what that type of joint cyber group would involve, and whether U.S. intelligence and law enforcement officials here in this country see that as something that is feasible right now, given what is going on. You still have these ongoing investigations, not only the FBI counterintelligence investigation, but also the investigations on Capitol Hill with both the Senate and the House intelligence committees looking into whether there was coordination between the Trump campaign and Russian operatives, and also Russian interference, meddling in the 2016 campaign. And so any type of working group at this point may be premature, depending on who you talk to, but we'll just have to see if there are any details that come out of this meeting in terms of what that type of working group would really involve.
Yeah, today was just the starting discussion. Jeff Pegues, thank you so much. We're going to hear from cybersecurity expert Jim Lewis just a little bit later in the show. Thank you again.